8 strange places in Earth where gravity doesn't work. Planet Earth lives by the laws of gravity discovered by Sir Isaac Newton. But there are gravitational anomalies in some places where this law can't be applied. A car can go uphill with its engine off, a waterfall doesn't fall, and a very heavy boulder can sit on top of a rock at a very strange angle without tumbling down. At Bright Side, we love mysterious places and would love to visit every single one of them. But for now, we're enjoying these photos and videos of them. Reverse waterfall in England. In the Peak District of England, there is a waterfall where the water doesn't actually fall. Officially known as the Derbyshire Waterfall, it's also called Kinder Downfall. The water here usually cascades down about 80 feet from this fall. But a natural phenomenon occurs when high winds hit the area and updrafts force the water to blow back upstream, resulting in a sort of reverse waterfall. The winds seen in this video are believed to be remnants of the recent Hurricane Gonzalo. Whatever their origin, these wind gusts reached 50 miles per hour, creating a mist that can reportedly be seen several miles away. This amazing waterfalls reminds us that no matter how much CrossFit we do, nature will always be stronger. House of Mysteries in Oregon, U.S. The Oregon Vortex and House of Mystery, located on Sardine Creek in Gold Hill, is one of Oregon's oldest and most original examples of roadside Americana. Opened to tourists in 1930, the attraction is the earliest documented mystery spot or gravitational hill in the United States, a place where bubble levels, tape measures, yardsticks, balls that roll uphill, and plumb lines are used to demonstrate the phenomena. The old Gray Eagle Mining Company outpost and nearly collapsed assay house were rediscovered in 1914 by prospector William McCallum, who persuaded his friend, engineer and geologist John Litster, to travel to the United States. Born in Alva, Scotland, on April 30, 1886, Litster spent years researching the paranormal phenomena of the 165-foot magnet radius, which is said to bend light, defy gravity, and alter mass. After Litster's death on December 4, 1959, his wife Mildred sold the Oregon Vortex to Irene and Ernie Cooper, whose daughter Maria and grandson Mark have continued to keep the attraction open. Herbert Lundy touted the popularity of the vortex as early as April 1938 in the Portland Oregonian. John Litster detailed his observations in his Notes and Data relative to the phenomenon at the area of the House of Mystery in 1944. James Randi, a reformed magician and illusionist, deconstructed its science in 1998, using photography and mathematics to describe the claims of the Oregon vortex as optical illusions. The road at the foot of Mount Aragats in seems like in this small area the laws of gravity decided to disappear. Here, the water in the river flows from the bottom to the top. When you put car on neutral, it automatically goes uphill, without any driver. If you put a bottle on the ground, it will again roll uphill. Walking up the hill feels easier than walking down. There are many gravity hills like this in many parts of the world, and Armenia is no exception. The mystery of Aragats was revealed recently. On the internet you can find countless videos in which people captured this unusual phenomenon. It is located on the highway leading to the 7th century fortress Amberd, at an altitude of about 2,000 meters above sea level. Seems like this gravity hill became a new stop for curious travelers, and for Armenians as well. Even a famous video blogger Naz Daily traveled to Armenia to see the gravity hill of Aragats and make it a part of his daily inspirational videos. Hoover Dam in Nevada, U.S. Hoover Dam, formerly called Boulder Dam, dam in Black Canyon on the Colorado River, at the Arizona-Nevada border, U.S. constructed between 1930 and 1936, it is the highest concrete arch dam in the United States. It impounds Lake Mead, which extends for 115 miles 185 kilometers upstream and is one of the largest artificial lakes in the world. The dam is used for flood and silt control, hydroelectric power, agricultural irrigation, and domestic water supply. It is also a major sightseeing destination, with some 7 million visitors a year, almost 1 million of whom go on tours through the dam. Hoover Dam is 726 feet 221 meters high and 1,244 feet 379 meters long at the crest. It contains 4,400,000 cubic yards 3,360,000 cubic meters of concrete. 4 reinforced concrete intake towers located above the dam divert water from the reservoir into huge steel pipes called penstocks. The water, after falling some 500 feet 150 meters through the pipes to a hydroelectric power plant in the base of the dam, turns 17 Francis-type vertical hydraulic turbines, which rotate a series of electric generators that have a total power capacity of 2,080 megawatts. Nearly half of the generated electric power goes to the Metropolitan Water District of Southern California, the city of Los Angeles, and other destinations in Southern California. The rest goes to Nevada and Arizona. The dam, power plant, and reservoir are owned and managed by the U.S. Department of the Interior's Bureau of Reclamation. From the time of the dam's construction, a federal highway traversed the dam's crest, serving both visitors to the dam and travelers between Nevada and Arizona. As the dam and surrounding Lake Mead recreation area rose in popularity, traffic increased. Traffic problems became especially severe under the security restrictions imposed after the attacks of September 11, 2001. Construction began in January 2005 on a long-planned Hoover Dam bypass project, and in October 2010 a concrete arch bridge with a 1,060-foot (322-meter) span, the longest in North America for the type of bridge, opened for through traffic within view of Hoover Dam. The old road along the crest is reserved for use by visitors to the dam. When you climb up to this dam, which is 726.4 feet tall, you can do a simple experiment. Try to pour some water out of a bottle. The liquid won't flow down as usual, but it will fly up. The same thing happens if you try to throw a light object from the same height, it will float because of the strong airflow. Devil's Tower, Wyoming, U.S. Devil's Tower National Monument, also called Grizzly Bear Lodge, the first U.S. national monument, established in 1906 in northeastern Wyoming, near the Belle Fourche River. It encompasses 2.1 square miles, 5.4 square km, and features a natural rock tower, the remnant of a volcanic intrusion now exposed by erosion. The tower has a flat top covering 1.5 acres, 0.6 hectare, and fluted sides. It is 867 feet 264 meters high as measured from its base and 1,267 feet 386 meters as measured from the river valley. Its top has an elevation of 5,112 feet 1,558 meters above sea level. The tower probably formed when molten rock, pushing upward, encountered a hard rock layer and was forced to spread into a flat-topped shape. Its color is mainly light gray and buff. Lichens cover parts of the tower, and sage, moss, and grass grow on its top. Chipmunks and birds live on the summit, and a pine forest covers some of the surrounding country. There is also a sizable prairie dog town near the base of the tower. The tower is a sacred site for many Plains Indians as well as a popular site for rock climbing. The month of June is a particularly important time in the Plains religious calendar, when many individuals visit sacred sites to conduct religious services. June is also one of the more popular climbing months. This has created conflict in the past, as some American Indians feel that climbing should be prohibited at the site either permanently or during that month, while some climbers feel this would unfairly restrict their use of public lands. The National Park Service began a voluntary climbing hiatus program at Devil's Tower in 1995. Although some individuals continue to climb during June, many have chosen to avoid doing so out of respect for others' religious traditions. The Mysterious Road in South Korea. Have you ever heard of the Mysterious Road, Jeju? Located on the island on Jeju-do, the road's address is 2894-63-1100 Cheonbaek, RO, Nohyeongdong, Jeju-si, Jeju-do, South Korea. Dokkaebi Road, as it is known to locals, is towards the central northern part of the island. It isn't your typical tourist attraction, of course, but it is one of those places that you'll never forget seeing. You can reach the Mysterious Road, Jeju, most easily by car. Jeju is popular for many reasons. It is beautiful, full of biodiversity with a rich cultural history and stunning scenery. So how do you get there? Reaching Jeju from South Korea is fairly easy to do. Domestic flights from Sacheon, Cheongju, Gimpo, Gyeonggu and Daegu head to the island regularly. International flights from various Asian cities, such as Chongchun, Pudong and more, are available too. Essentially, the Mysterious Road, Jeju, is just a road. And it's actually only a small part of another larger road. So why should you visit it, then? Said to defy the laws of gravity and blow the minds of people who see it, the Mysterious Road is an optical illusion. Unlike the purpose-built optical illusions found in museums and used in magic shows, this was created entirely by accident. It really does make no sense. Things look as though they're just rolling uphill, but how? It actually isn't an uphill slope at all. The slope goes downhill, but appears the opposite due to the high surroundings. It is fascinating to witness, and makes you question your judgment for a second at first. The Golden Boulder in Myanmar. The Kyaiktiyo Pagoda, also called the Golden Rock, is one of Burma's most sacred Buddhist sites. A massive boulder on the edge of a cliff with a pagoda on top of it enshrining a hair of the Buddha is an important pilgrimage site for Burmese Buddhists. The huge golden rock in the mountains northeast of Yangon hanging over a steep cliff provides for an amazing sight. The rock that appears to be gold is actually a granite boulder that is covered with gold leaf applied to the rock by Buddhist devotees. The boulder is about 7.5 meters high and has a golden pagoda called the Kyaiktiyo Pagoda or Kyaik Htiyo Pagoda on top of it where the Buddha's hair relic is enshrined. The rock balances on the edge of a cliff and it appears like it can fall down in the valley below it at any moment. The boulder seems to hover over the ground, the contact area is very small. The boulder is not fixed and anyone could move it, but even nature hasn't thrown it down yet. It's said that only a woman can move the boulder. So because of this, women aren't allowed to touch the stone. Stone of Davisco in Argentina. For years, a 300-ton granite boulder balanced atop a hill overlooking the town of Tandil in eastern Argentina. La Piedra Movediza, the shifting stone, was a popular tourist attraction in the early 20th century. Decades after the beloved boulder fell from its hilltop, a replica was installed in its place. The stone was a fount of municipal pride, and served as the official city symbol of Tandil. People pantomimed holding up its prodigious weight while having their pictures taken. Bottles were placed under the boulder and broken as it teetered slowly on its fulcrum. In 1900, some traveling circus performers did acrobatics on its crest. But in 1912, the rock shifted for the last time and tumbled off the hill. No witnesses were present, and debates about how it fell persist to this day. The original stone can still be seen, lying broken at the foot of its former home. The people of Tandil have built a castle, archway, and a cliff-hugging auditorium in honor of their city's symbol. In 2007, the town commissioned a replica of the rock, made of a metal framework covered in resin and synthetic fibers, sans the 19th century graffiti that covered the original. The replica was affixed to the hill with a dozen strong bolts. Along the short hike to the replica stone, interpretive panels explain the history of the stone. One describes the replica's secure attachment to its base, and how it shall never fall by the forces of God or man. The views of the town from the hilltop are impressive, but the effusiveness of the town's pride is reason enough to visit. Thank you for watching.